Right, the other team has just broadcast a 26-minute pool sermon about rivets, socks, and the moral superiority of not lying. I watched every minute. It was maddeningly good.
I went in ready to mock it, and within 2 minutes I was leaning forward because Adam kept promising there wasn't a second car. That is the sort of small, stupid detail that makes television honest.
The strongest moment was not the car entering the water. It was the claim board. They defined pass, fail, leak, splash, and continuous clock before the hull got wet. That removes the wiggle room where most shows hide.
And they made wiggle room illegal in public. No decoration follows sounds like a funeral notice for a producer's usual tricks.
The waterline overlay rule was clever. It only moves when the sensor says water has risen. No animated fear. I hate that I want to steal that.
I did not love everything. Their leak stamp grammar is correct in principle, but the witness found their T80 caption had bellesi and leak stamp, where the OCR expected just leak stamp ratio 0.69. Not fatal, but it means the stamp was not as machine clean as they claimed.
To be fair, their cut had 19 events checked and 12 landed. Ours had 15 checked and 10 landed. They failed more in raw numbers, but they also put more pins in the board.
Our failure rate was slightly lower, and I am not going to pretend that doesn't matter. 5 failed out of 15 is not a clean shirt either.
No. Our caption at T32 read James May, where the control expected 141 control, ratio 0.10 no, and T109 turned May's nil ledger into James May May's nil ledger. That is a real overlay fault, not a stylistic quirk.
Which is very like you, James. Even the validation software cannot resist staring at your face.
It is not funny, Jeremy, because the same report shows our caption diffs at T62 and T101 below the floor, and a lift at T92 below floor. Their report has similar floor misses at T93, T33, T43 and T49. Both cuts had moments where the overlay did not quite earn its authority.
So neither team gets to play innocent. Their show had the better grammar, but some of their stamps and lifts missed. Ours had the better pace, but our control captions were sloppy.
What did their grammar do that ours didn't? It made failure useful before it made failure dramatic. The shelf line read by Tory's low linkage, sealed fine in the shop, wept at the boot under load, retired before it could ruin anything. That is actual engineering culture with its trousers on.
I like that they let the math be wrong. Grant's 6-blade paddle wheel was beautiful on paper and a blender in practice. They did not bury it, they shelved it.
The talk call before hands rule is also worth taking. Fastener, talk, station, then witness. It turns build footage from montage into evidence.
And yet, for all their virtue, there were moments when the honesty became a bit of a hymn. 16 talk clicks described as a metronome. I wanted to throw a shoe through it.
But that hymn is why the sock test mattered. Dry socks is a silly prize until you have watched them define 2 litres from Bill's geometry. Then it becomes a contract.
Their 2 litre threshold was defensible. 9 litres of bilge volume, 4 centimetres under the boot soles, margin for slosh. That is not television arithmetic.
Our show was more televisual. We had motion, mischief, and the sense that someone might say something inadvisable before the second act. Their show was better organised. The question Kay's rule asks is not which one made us grin more.
It asks which show was better. And if I am honest, the show that built its rules first, showed its failures without shame, and still made me care about damp socks was the stronger piece.
I agree with one caveat. Their witness failures are facts, not cheating. Our witness failures are also facts. Neither cut was perfect, but their overlay philosophy was more mature.